Hey everyone, welcome back. Look who I found. He didn't ditch me.
Oh, I was real busy last week, guys, which was coincidental. But Jarrod's like, I had dog training. I had to do work in the afternoon, and I saw. Was it last week? I saw Superman. Did I see Superman? Was it last week or the week before? Anyway,
What did you think? What did you think of Superman?
I liked it. It was. You're right. There was a lot going on in it, man, because all these different characters that they're introducing, which is really, really cool. Some people, well, spoilers, guys, for the next few seconds here. If you don't want to hear it, skip ahead. They think the birth of Bizarro is going to be because of the one character, the Ultraman, which is interesting because when they said Ultraman in the beginning, I said to my friend, it better not be the real Ultraman. Because this isn't really a spoiler per se. Ultraman is from Earth 3 crime syndicate, which is an evil version of Superman from a different universe. So I'm like, okay, if this is Ultraman and he's Lex Luthor's goon, I'm pissed. Because let me explain you something to you. Ultraman would never bow or be anyone's goon. He would probably kill Lex Luthor. Even if he tolerated, he would let him use him for his advantage. Let me explain. Yeah, Ultraman is a mean piece of shit. He doesn't let anyone.
So funny.
He doesn't let anyone boss him around. But okay, that's besides the point. So it ends up not being that Ultraman. But what was interesting, I didn't notice it at first. But the U emblem on Ultraman in the movie is the exact same Ultraman logo from the Ultraman from Earth 3. So that was a really, really cool touch that they did. But anyways, that character ends up being a clone of Superman. And they explain in the movie how that was done. And at the end, he's sucked into a black hole or we don't know, a parallel universe, whatever. They think that it's probably going to be how Bizarro's introduced, is he's going to come back as Bizarro, which I think makes a little bit more sense than Ultraman evil Ultraman, because he didn't talk, which is very similar to Bizarro, right? We don't know the extent of that, if he didn't know how to talk, or he was being completely mind controlled, manipulated by Lex Luthor. But anyways, I thought that was really cool. I'm glad that was the case, because I would have been very disappointed if that was a true Ultraman, like, because that would not be his well, because that's not his character, right? That'd be like Batman being going around killing everyone with a gun all the time. Hey, wait, you're not respecting the source material. Yeah, but it was cool that they used the Ultraman. That's a comic book nod to fans of the comic books. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Plus the logo. Like, okay, I see what you're doing there, James Gunn. That's cool. Then Guy Gardner, I loved him.
Nathan Fillion.
Mr. Terrific was terrific. Some people were saying that they were going a little bit too woke. We don't like getting political, but that's so stupid, dudes. That's how Mr. Terrific character is. He's the most intelligent person on. Yeah, so I don't know why people like to just bark woke when there's no.
No, actually, I thought. Well, anyway, I already talked about what I thought, but like you and I have spoken about that, but. Yeah, no, I thought it was good. I haven't had a chance to see Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I'm seeing that tonight. I'll let you know next week.
Okay, yeah.
It's getting good reviews.
Yeah, send me a text after. Let me know. I'm curious.
Yeah, because this is in a little bubble universe, and I guess it's a universe where the Dark Age never happened, so that's why they're more advanced, because it takes place in the 60s, so they're way more advanced than we were in the 60s. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what it's like. And how it ties into the new upcoming Secret Wars or whatever Avengers stuff for Doctor Doom. Thinking of Doctor Doom, I think I told you before that there's a little story of I don't call them elsewhere in the DC thing, but an alternate universe where Tony Stark and Doctor Doom were in college, and comics are so cheesy sometimes, dude. So Doctor Doom was going to lose scholarship and stuff like that. So he said, he'd made a device basically. So he wants to stay in college, and Tony Stark's rich, so he switched, transplant mind mentally, not physically, obviously. So basically, they swap bodies. So Tony Stark's now in Doctor Doom's body, and Doctor Doom's in Tony Stark's body, and that Doctor Doom or Tony Stark becomes a villain, but it's really Doctor Doom. So I wonder if they're going to kind of do that with Robert Downey Jr. maybe. I don't know if they're going to go down on that route, because people might be like, oh, what's going on? People are kind of dumb when it comes to movie thing. They don't have the attention span anymore to digest. I think James Gunn said it was a big risk in Superman to have that 10-minute, 12-minute dialogue of Lois and Clark when they were interviewing. I thought it was one of the best parts of the movie, but he said that was a big risk, but luckily it paid off. And that just shows you that the modern movie viewer can't focus, dude. TikTok brain, it's ridiculous. So,
and so, all right.
I worked in that. No, and I worked at Disney, and they said that, dude. They said the modern audience doesn't have, you can't have dialogue that they don't like it. So there's truth to that. It's not just me picking on people, and that's kind of sad.
That is kind of sad.
Yeah, it's
so
it's just sad that executives at these movie theaters think that.
Yeah, exactly.
They obviously knows what's best because they know what sells and what doesn't. Anyways, let's get back to games. Enough of the
so I want to hear what did you think of Donkey Kong Bonanza?
All right, so remember I was on the fence on getting it.
Yeah, he's always on the fence.
Okay, let me tell you guys, I have not played a true N64. I think was the last time I played a Mario platformer for real, meaning I played it a huge amount. I never thought Mario 64 lived up to the hype. I thought 2D Mario was much better. You have to remember back then that was kind of the infancy of 3D platforming, so it's much better now compared to what it was then. But I never gave into the hype. So GameCube version was Sunshine, right?
Yep.
I bought it. I played a little bit of it. It's like, oh, okay, it's kind of cool. You're going around cleansing things. Never finished it. I think I bought the Wii version. What was the Wii version of Mario? Galaxy. I did buy Galaxy. Played it for 5 minutes. Never touched it.
Oh my gosh,
so,
man!
As you can see,
he doesn't actually play games.
No, I just don't really care for 3D platforms. I told you that. But now back to Donkey Kong. I think I forgot how great Mario or Nintendo platform games are. It's a lot of fun. It's a really addictive, just destroying stuff and finding the fossils. And the challenges I really like. I found that big, huge. I showed you the screenshot a couple days ago. The big, huge whale one from there, and it's just such a cool, fun game, man. It's just there's something addicting about it, right? And I really like it. So you're saying I would like Mario Odyssey? That I never bought Odyssey, by the way, guys. Never bought it. So,
my God,
you think I would like it?
Yeah, Anyways, do not buy it because it'll just collect digital dust. So don't buy it. But yeah, I mean, they've been really good. Like, even Sunshine was unique in what it was. I mean, Super Mario 64 was a pioneer of a game.
It set the standard.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, for me, I loved Super Mario 64, but like, for me personally, like, I go between Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario World as like my favorite,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Going from those great games to Mario, I mean, you have to remember, Mario 64 still was great for what it did. It's just, it wasn't the same to me.
No, and it wasn't.
It's weird because Zelda, I thought, translated to 3D much better.
Yeah, because, well, come on. Zelda was 3D from day one. That's why. It wasn't 3D as in the camera and whatever, but you can move everywhere, right? So, like...
Yeah, maybe it was an easier... because I loved... what was it called?
Ocarina of
Time.
Yeah.
And Majora's Mask. Great games. Even probably hold a little bit of a candle up to today. Of course, they would need a little paint job. But yeah, I just never... So I think that kind of ruined... Not that it was a bad game. It was just kind of this isn't as good. So I never really gave the Mario platformers for years tries. But Donkey Kong, man, I'm telling you, it's a great, fun game. And I don't know if I'll get 70 hours worth out of it, but I'm telling you right now, I don't want to leave a level until I find everything.
Yeah, so but that's good, dude. That's really, really good. This week, I had started off strong with Donkey Kong, and it's just I got...
yeah, you haven't really played it, man. Oh, by the way,
I haven't played it. I'm over Steven, 10 hours.
You're only about 10 hours, but that's not a lot for you. You usually focus until you finish. But anyways, you said I think the podcast, you don't like those challenges? Why?
The challenges? What do you mean?
You mean the little hidden challenges you find where you go down and get bananas?
No. I said that there was one stage that was brutal. That was really difficult.
Because I was like, to me, the challenges are a lot of fun.
No, yeah,
I love
the whole
them.
game.
I can't wait to make.
No,
yeah.
the whole game is great. It's just what ended up happening was Square Enix released a teaser that a new class was coming to Dragon Quest X, and I had just got the ability to play Dragon Quest X anywhere, not just on my PC. And so when I read it, they were like, okay, so you have to have your priest and your ranger at level 100, plus you have to do the class quests for those. That's like the prerequisite to unlock the new class. And I knew this was gonna happen. Like the minute I started playing, I was like, oh well, this is fun. So I haven't spent as much time this week with Donkey Kong, but I'm gonna. I mean, obviously, those are gonna be my two games that
I can't wait.
Go back and forth with.
Like I said, that's a testament to the fact that I just don't want to miss every. And that's good. That's good design, right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
It's just fun. Yeah, there are some hiccups though. There are some frame rate drops. Not
honestly, I don't know where you see that, man.
Well,
I've been looking.
Extremely rare.
I've been looking.
But no, like when you do a bunch of, I like to break a bunch of stuff and move around rapidly. When you collect and do the hand slap, it could be though that it's just because I'm going through Elgato. It could be that too. It could be a combination of that. I'm not playing the Switch. What's it called? Hooked up to a TV. I'm through it through a capture card. So it could be that there is a lag with the capture cards, guys. So that could be. I would have to
because I haven't seen anything.
What I'll do is I'll try to play it on the screen. I'll look at the monitor that it's hooked up to because it is hooked up to monitor because that's how the Elgato works. Hooked up to monitor. So I'll play it there. Just have the sound in the app so I can hear it. And see, because it's very subtle once in a while, but I heard some things where it needs some more optimization that, Nintendo's already reached the max of their hardware. There's some performance issues in Donkey Kong. I remember reading some stuff. But anyways, each their own. It doesn't matter. The game's great.
Yeah,
it's so much really fun good. Just to destroy stuff. Do you know that there's people that literally want to destroy the whole? I'm not that obsessive where I want to destroy everything to get it. And I like how you find these little maps that help you find stuff, and it's good. Thinking of it before we move on, Steven, I were planning on playing Mario Kart tomorrow, so hopefully you could join us. I think it'll be around this time, maybe a little earlier. I'll have to talk to Steven when he's available, so hopefully you join us, dude.
Me? Well, you have to text me, let me know.
Oh, here we go, guys. The excuse is coming again.
Yeah, I love that. Says this guy who's never around.
I know him. I know he always on Sundays he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I just got your text the next day."
Anyways, it's called barbecues. Usually Sunday's a barbecue day, but I forgot to do my damn daily. See, this is what happened. I get carried away. I got so carried away in Dragon Quest again today. I forgot to do my damn.
Oh, did you record with Cranberry or she? I know her PC's down right now.
What the hell was that? Something just fell beside me.
Were you able to record with Cranberry or is she her Dragon Quest is on?
No.
Is it on the Switch?
What is going on? Something is. Hold on this.
No.
Here it is. It's my pens fell. Okay, I was like, what is all that noise?
Was she able to record?
She plays on Switch, so of course.
Oh, okay. Because right now she's having issues with. She's not on Discord much anymore. Well, because I invited her for Mario Kart. Anyways, so thinking of Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong actually had its first sale, but not official Nintendo. It was from 10% on physical editions for a limited time. It looks like it's unfortunately expired, but it was on Amazon. So to let you know, the only physical game I ever got on Switch One was Pokémon Sword because it was a 10% discount on physical at Amazon. So keep a sharp eye on that, guys. So you can save some money on Nintendo games.
Yeah,
hopefully.
But that's likely a screw up on their part. I guarantee you that was no sale. That was they ordered too many copies and it didn't move as many copies as they wanted. So they were like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Now, I'll let you know, Donkey Kong's doing really good, guys. So what Jarrod's saying is probably true, but no, I don't think that many people get digital anymore. Even though you hear a lot of people that, I only get digital. I don't think digital is that big of a market. So maybe, like you said, Amazon made a mistake. Anyways, besides the point, the game's selling extremely well. It's not selling, though, Jarrod, well as Mario Kart World. So interesting,
right?
Not.
What? No, of course not.
I want to see what it's like months from now, guys. I think the whole lower the price stuff is a thing of the past, right?
Mario Kart don't care. Is going to sell around 60 to 80 million copies, man. You cannot compare that at all. It's the highest selling game on multiple platforms, or like,
Oh, no,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like way up there. So yeah, no, I mean, there's no. They could have charged $200 for that game. It would have
I
caused
think
a.
that would have been pushing it
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. But yeah,
People, everybody says that. It's like Grand Theft Auto. They could charge $300 for Grand Theft Auto. It will make a difference for sure. It's going to make a difference. But you're still, if the quality is there, people will still buy it.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that's that. But yeah, man, are you kidding? I think what's going to be really interesting with the Switch 2 now is to kind of see like what happens now. I'm really, really curious to see kind of like late summer, early fall, like what happens now. Because you've got your Mario Kart, but everybody's done with that now, and you can see it. Like sales, it'll sell forever. It's not a question of that. It's just like this audience. It's gonna turn more and more into like the oh, I'll play an hour or two a week, sort of thing. Like it's gonna turn into that. But once Donkey Kong's done, you're not really gonna go back to Donkey Kong. So I'm
No, you don't
really
really go.
curious to see what happens now. Like they've done such a good job with the launch window. They did such a good job, man. Like I mean, they are killing it.
Well, you have to remember Pokemon's coming out this fall.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but
So
again,
their-
that's late. That I consider the holiday season because that's in the
Oh, okay.
October period.
Well, it's
So-
already August, man. Next week.
Yeah, 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 I know.
Literally,
That's
next
what I'm
week's
saying.
August. So,
So it's basically August, September. Those 2 months, I'm really curious to see what they do. It's still gonna fly off shelves. I'm not worried about that. But it's more like your early adopters. You don't want them idle. You just don't want them.
Metroid Prime 4, you think?
I don't know.
There's still
don't
no
know.
release date on that, but I think a Korean site I read a report rated it. So when they rate it, that's usually a step closer. So we'll see. I heard also rumors that it's still unfinished and it's missing development milestones. So that's a rumor. We don't know if it's true.
Well,
If it is,
I do think something's up. I do think something's up because it's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm really curious to see if Nintendo does anything. They don't have to.
no,
They really
know
don't
that,
have to. They're wrecking face right now. But it's
yeah,
just in the ideal world, you don't want your early adopters to be looking for stuff.
oh, the Pokemon Direct came up, and we got a little bit more tidbits. Now, Pokemon Coliseum basically is a mobile game, and see how they're tapping into that mobile game market and Switch. They didn't
You're
say
talking
Switch so
about
personally, though,
Champions?
yeah, sorry, Champions. It's basically Coliseum, right? That's
Well, it
all
looks
is.
like it.
That's going to be a big game, by the way. So, and then we have that dumb. Well, it's not dumb. That 3D puzzle game.
Oh, Friends there? Pokemon Friends?
Friends,
yeah,
yeah,
apparently
yeah,
that's
that-
awful. Like, from the people
Yeah,
who
it's a
played it, they're
mobile
like,
game,
"Oof."
actually. Yeah, it's really bad. But they're porting it over to the Switch. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but did you
Pokemon-
hear that, like, on mobile, it has the gotcha stuff, so you have, like, time limits and stuff like that. On Switch, on Switch, though, you have to pay $10 for it. It's not free, like it is on mobile, but it still has all the pay stuff. So it's like,
Gotcha crap.
yeah, I'm like,
Hey,
all right,
but
whatever.
Pokemon Pocket, which isn't going to come on the Switch card game, that's literally printing Nintendo money right now. So, yeah, people love their Pokemon and they love their gotcha. Anyways, we'll definitely be covering more. The Pokemon, was it Z and A or whatever it's called, X game, looks really good. Sharp, right?
Well,
still
it
doesn't have
looks
voice acting.
good, but the gameplay looks horrible. So I don't know.
Really? It looked turn-based to me, or is it?
No, it's
real
not.
time?
It's all real time, and the problem with that is that's going to kill the metagame. So I don't understand. What they're doing with that.
I
but-
mean, Power World's real time, and it's a great game, right? But it's a little more of a shooter than Pokemon.
yeah, no,
But
this is like basically the exact same thing. You change your move set, and then you use your diamond in order to actually attack with.
All right, so we'll see. I know when Steven talked about it, he's really not looking forward
Well,
to
he's
that.
worried. He's
He's worried, all right.
Like, so am
All right,
I
so you have
for
now a couple
Dragon
things.
Quest.
One, we have this turn-based thing. I mean, turn-based is fine and all, but they have to do stuff like Expedition 33 or Grandia did years ago. It set the standard for a hybrid type gameplay.
Did you see that they went
they
to
went
Japan?
to Square?
Yeah, I was
so
like, that's
good.
interesting.
Yeah, invite your worst enemy, right? So yeah, Square and
no, but dude, that's good because like Steven and I talked about, like it's evident their strategy is not working. Like it's evident, and so I am positive that the higher ups are like, okay, we went real time because you told us that North Americans don't like turn-based, and North Americans.
That's bullshit.
But clearly, it is BS because like Final Fantasy sales have been getting worse and worse and worse the more real time it gets.
So let me tell you, there are people in there. You see comments online. If you go to, YouTube's not a great indicator, but you'll see comments once in a while. Oh, turn-based, I'm out. So there are idiots out there that don't like turn-based because they don't have the attention span or the want to think about pushing a few menus to select a command. They don't want to think that. They just want to push A button, B button, me whack. There are people like that.
But I do find it very interesting. I find it very, very interesting because part of me, I've been saying it for a few months now, part of me is wondering if what's behind me on this wallpaper, if that's why we've seen such a massive delay with 12.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Like, no, I'm just wondering, did they make
you
it...
and Cranberry, a lot of our viewers are hardcore Dragon Quest fans. Let me explain something to you. I loved 11 story and the goofiness, but the gameplay was other shit. It's too outdated, dude.
Okay,
it does need some flair.
Let me say what I'm saying.
It does need some flair.
I'm so convinced that they tried something new, and Final Fantasy 16
ruined it. So they're
and Final Fantasy 16's total bomb. Final Fantasy 7 remake didn't even do as well as they wanted. The second one. I think I know the reason for that, dude. If you look, I mean, again, these people a lot of people were upset why wasn't one game, and I think greed was a little bit of a factor of that. I don't think people were down to pay for it twice, basically. That was a very cocky. Yeah, it's weird. Like you don't play games anymore, so it's hard to but like you don't play those types of games, so it is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, like it is kind of funny, like. You go in and like you play Final Fantasy 7 remake and you're like it's all Midgar, right? Like that opening section of the game, and I didn't feel it padded or anything like that. Like it was fine for what it was. But then you play, I don't even remember what the hell it's called, the second one. And my God, man, it's like a 150-hour game. Like, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. Like, it got to a point where I was playing the game and I was like, geez, like, is this ever going to end? Like, I was like, this is insane. Yeah. Like, no, like, it started to grate on me a little bit. It did. I'm not going to lie. Like, where I was like, okay, come on, guys. Like, it's time to, like, wrap this up. This is getting a little bit much now. So you might be onto something. Like there might be something there, because the first one I felt like this is going to be like a 40 game series if you do what you did. And then the middle one, they did the exact opposite of the first one, and they included like so much stuff into it where I was like, guys, this could have just been the whole game. Like why did you flesh out these areas? I would have just added a Midgar section, added an end section, and there you go. You have your game. So there's definitely something there. There's something there. But that's my theory. My theory is that Dragon Quest X 12 was going to cater more to a North American worldwide audience, a perceived audience. And I think when Final Fantasy 16 came out, it scared the crap out of them. And then they see like Exhibition 33 selling like crazy for such a small, unknown, brand new IP. And I think someone called them up and was like, we have to talk, like, because something's up.
Another thing too is that you have to remember times change, man. I don't think the Final Fantasy brand is a powerful. You have to remember that Final Fantasy was huge in North America for years, right? From PlayStation era
Yeah, and then what
onward.
did they do?
It's just, yeah, yeah. They
They
either lost
changed the
sight.
gameplay. The minute they changed the gameplay, the whole series started to tank.
Yeah, and then it's been on a decline. So maybe they need to reinvent it.
Well, no,
Since
the
the
thing is, it's what I keep telling everybody. I don't want Skyrim. If I wanted Skyrim or Elder Scrolls, I'll buy Elder Scrolls. When I buy a Final Fantasy game, I'm looking for a deep, immersive experience. I'm looking for, well, back in the day, I'm looking for like that active time mechanic. Like, I'm looking for specific things. If you change that and you deviate too far from that, then it's not Final Fantasy anymore. And I'm not talking about innovation. You can innovate without transforming the whole thing. Like, Final Fantasy 16 is not an RPG. It's an action game. Well, when I buy Final Fantasy, I'm expecting an RPG. It'd be like the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and it's a 2D fighter. And you're like,
yeah,
what? You're like, this doesn't make any sense. Or like The Witcher. The next Witcher comes out and it's like a linear RPG, no open world, anything. It's just a linear experience. People would flip out. They would be like, "What is this crap?" And I think it's the exact same thing where it's like you can innovate without completely losing your identity. And that's one of the things that Mario did very well when it went 3D. It radically changed, right? It had to because it was a completely different thing. But it somehow, I don't know how they did this, but they kept that essence of jumping and fun and all of that. Now they've refined it to a point now where, like, you've got your Donkey Kong Bonanza type thing and you can feel it. That's like, what, 1996? Oh my god, man. 1996 to now. I was just going to say that's like 10 years, but it's like we're coming up to like 30 years.
yeah. It's been 26 or 25 plus 26 plus years since the last Donkey Kong platform.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
dude, think of Mario. Think of how long since 1996. It's 2025. Next year will be 30 years of experience. That development team has been just refining that thing. And so anyway, I think that's what needs
It's
to
kind of
happen.
funny.
Man.
Yeah, it's kind of funny about that because we talked about our podcast because when we told Pegasus that it's been 11 years since the last Mario Kart, he's I apologize because he thought Nintendo was milking it like every other company, right? And no, Zeddy, Hearthstone streamer, said he was complaining about there was something in Hearthstone that was happening. He was complaining about it. He said, the only last bastion of gaming is probably Nintendo, man. He goes, if it was Electronic Arts and they have owned Nintendo's properties, you have a Mario Kart
Oh, dude.
every single year.
Yeah.
Mario this or that, milking that series drop. The exception of the rule would still be Pokemon. They do milk that, but it's
again,
technically the Pokemon
yeah,
company.
exactly.
But Nintendo
That's
owns
not
33.3% of that company, guys. So Nintendo still owns a substantial.
Yeah, but it's not.
They started the Pokemon company with was it Game Freak right at the time? So it's when people say, "Oh, it's a Pokemon," no, it's Nintendo, guys. They own a substantial.
Yeah, but they're not the dictators, right? Like that's the thing.
I see.
Like they're not, like it is a separate entity that. Anyway, they got a good thing going. Those guys, like they're. But anyways, all this to just say that, like, I think that's where sometimes people blur the line between innovation and change for the sake of change and stuff like that. And I think that's the thing. It's like you don't need to radically change something in order to be innovative or to do things different. And the best example of this is Resident Evil. I think that's the best example. Like they deviated too far from the path. Resident Evil 4 was a huge breakout success for them that changed the formula up, but it still retained that creepiness. The fact you were trying to, well, you were alone with what was her name? Was it Ashley? What the hell's the girl that you're with? Like you're trying to get her out. anyway, I forget her name. And then I found it went too far. Like they went too far and they turned it into an action series. And then by the time Resident Evil 6 came out, sales tanked. Like they just totally tanked because fans were like, I'm supposed to be scared. I'm not supposed to be Rambo dropped in and like mowing down zombies everywhere and like, what the hell?
Yeah, you kind of have to respect the source material, but that doesn't mean you can't, like you said, innovate or change things up.
Well, that's it.
And Expedition 33 shows a great example.
Well, dude,
people forget though, Grandia did it years ago. Obviously, Expedition refined it, but that type of gameplay was introduced with Grandia. A lot of people forget that. Man.
Yeah,
Grandia
dude,
1 and Grandia 2 there's other games too, not just Expedition.
No, but the thing is, Expedition is a 2025 game. That's what makes it so special. All these games
are oldie classics.
Exactly.
Now. People don't forget it.
So, like, Expedition 33 would never have been greenlit in a modern day studio. Like, never. A modern day publisher with turn-based, they would have said no chance in hell would, like, are we gonna allow that? And that's why I'm so happy, because it showed that is a false, like, misconception. Like, it's wrong. Like, you're just flat out wrong. And so I am so curious to see this series. Like, what are they gonna do?
I think that's what. Maybe they're gonna go back to their roots and stuff like that. But you wouldn't mind if they spice up gameplay a little bit.
It's not,
right?
Dude. It's not a question of that. The question for me is, like, do not turn it into Dragon Quest Heroes. Don't do that. Right? You know, like,
now, you're okay with Builders though, but Builders is
dude, I'm okay with Dragon Quest Heroes. It's a side game. I'm totally fine with that. But don't turn Dragon Quest into Zelda. Then it's not an RPG anymore. Now you've turned it into an action game, and that's what Steven is so worried about with Pokemon, is that if you turn it into an action game, then that's it. It's no longer an RPG.
Was it Arceus? Was it?
Yeah, that was the first test. That was the first test.
Yeah, and I thought that was really good. I liked it, actually.
Yeah, but that was still using...
Yeah, but it was a little bit of a...
Yeah, exactly.
It was kind of cool.
Exactly. This is like full on, though, where it's like...
We'll see.
So
I'll play it no matter what, and it doesn't matter to me. I don't care, but I'm not like a true fan like Steven is. Matter of fact, that's my biggest complaint of Pokemon games. They're still fun and all that, going around, the addictive nature of collecting and building comps and stuff, but the gameplay is just utter shit.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, but dude, it's exactly the same thing. The same thing as the 8-bit era, but at least they spiced it up a little bit with that one game we were mentioning, and we'll see what does that. But yeah, it's just too old. But people love it. I'm wrong,
it's
right?
Also, look how much esports. It's one of the world's most
so people
successful.
Obviously love it. Yeah, people love it. So I'm definitely in the niche here, minority. But anyways, let's get on to news.
Yeah, because we're running out of time already.
There's a couple of Sony things. Sony is seamlessly looking to bring PlayStation games to Switch too. So it looks like Sony's starting to go the route of Microsoft. I'm pretty sure they'll have exclusives. But how many times have we said, I think exclusives are a thing of the past, especially with the development costs.
I keep telling you. Always put an asterisk when you say that, because the minute the exclusive dies, then so does hardware. Then hardware is dead, because there's literally no point. Why the hell would you buy a piece of hardware if it's the exact same games everywhere? So always be mindful of that. That and we're seeing it right now. Like Xbox, internally, they have just demoted the Xbox brand. So Xbox is no longer, like, it used to be like one of their, focal points. It's now being relegated behind the scenes, which is kind of sad, guys. Like, that's really kind of sad. They had one console generation that they really killed it, and then they literally killed it with the next one, and they've never come back, and now they've pivoted. So they're pivoting their thing to becoming basically a publisher. I don't see Sony doing that. That I don't see.
I do think, though, if they do have exclusives, they'll be 6 months to a year exclusive, then they'll release another platform.
No, even maybe that, I would be very surprised. I don't see Sony doing that. What I see with this announcement is Patapon, is stuff like that. Like, I see that happening, where you're going to see, like,
Well, the show's already on Switch, and that's
but that's different. That was nothing to do with Sony. That was to do with MLB. But I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see a lot of those types of properties where it doesn't bother the fan base. Like nobody cares that Patapon is anywhere. But like The Last of Us is not coming to the Switch too, sort of thing. Like that's not going to happen. Because
you don't think the older games will, because it's on PC now?
Yeah,
I could see
PC,
those remasters.
PC, yes, not anything else. Because if you do that, then you are destroying any chance you have at hardware, and that's what we've been talking about for months and months and months. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Don't you think though the Sony fans and Switch fans are two different kind of people though? That
it's not that
people buy Switch wouldn't necessarily buy.
Where's the incentive?
Oh, I see.
It's not now. It's PlayStation 6 or 7 or whatever. Why the hell would I buy a PlayStation anything if the games are coming everywhere? It's like Xbox. Their next platform is dead. Like it's over. The general population will not buy that. And we're already seeing it. The sales of the Xbox Series S and X are less than the Xbox One. Xbox One did not do well, which means the next Xbox, I think we're going to see it just phased. Like it's going to be a phased approach that Microsoft's going to take, where they're like, yeah, we sell hardware, but that's not our focus. Like we make games for everybody. What I'm saying with Sony is, I think you're going to see a transitional. You're going to see like a transitional sort of movement, if you will. I think on Switch, you're not going to see stuff like The Last of Us, God of War. You're not going to see that kind of stuff. You're going to see more of the Patapons. You're going to see more of maybe some legacy stuff that they released. Because if they do that, then they'll become Xbox as well. Like why would anyone buy a PlayStation? It doesn't really make any sense. That being said, it doesn't solve the big problem, which is money. If they continue to make games with the budget that they have, they've got to do something. And that's why I can see day and date with PC. I can totally see that coming. Like where every game they release will be released on PC as well, because they need the money, man. I just don't see them doing that on the console space. I might be wrong, guys, but I would be very surprised, because if you do that, you're taking the chance of becoming another Xbox. And Xbox,
well, Helldivers is on Xbox now, so that did happen.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. It's different. That's not a first party title.
Oh, okay.
Sort of thing. But anyways, guys, like we'll see, but I don't think so, because the minute your exclusives disappear, your hardware is dead. And Nintendo knows that. Why do you think, how many Nintendo games are released on other platforms? None. 0. Exactly.
I still think they should consider PC, because that's totally different from...
But dude, they do it for exactly what I'm saying. It's because they look at it that the minute we release on a single other platform, we're devaluing our hardware. That's it.
Yeah, right. Even though it's money literally they're leaving on the table. But yeah, you're right.
It's for the long-term viability. Like, look, the console war is over. Nintendo won. It's crazy to think that like the oldest player in the battle, and they won. Like,
yeah, they're only the last man standing too. They're the only one left from the Atari era, the Genesis era, or the Master System era, Sega. There's a lot. Where's the TurboGrafx? Everyone remembers that.
NEC, yeah, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Thinking of Sony, they also bought over 2.64% Namco, but it's not for games; it's for anime and manga.
Yeah,
so
that's a weird move, dude.
Yeah, that's a weird. I think they want to get IPs that they could maybe translate into games later. That's what I'm thinking. But that's going to be their focus, is anime and stuff like that, which could give new IPs, which means new characters for their games. So we'll see on how that. But Nintendo still owns a percentage of Namco as well, a very small percentage, but still owns a percentage.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, though. That is an interesting one. I wasn't sure what the. But that can all be BS, eh? Like they can just say that, but yeah, it's interesting. I wasn't sure what the play is there. And we have to remember that Sony's an entertainment company now. Right? Like, So there might be something here with movies and TV shows, and I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But Namco's definitely not going to leave third party, so that's good. All right, so Xbox coming on Xbox this year for Game Pass, etc. Consoles, we have Grounded 2, which is in its early access. It's interesting that Game Pass calls it Game Preview, which is kind of a weird name because I prefer early access, because to me Game Preview kind of insinuates it's like a demo, but it's not. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Now there we go, Jarrod. I'm pretty sure you'll check that out. Tales of the Shire, 9 Years of the Shadows, Cyber Clutch Hot Impact Nights. I've never heard of that. Cook Serve Forever, and then there's some kind of Keely's Survivor. I don't know what that is. You guys check it out. It should be good. It's coming between July 28th to August 1st. Grounded 2, we have to check that out, Jarrod. It's a co-op game, so it'd be kind of fun, survival game. Oh, we also get Beta Ray Bill, and Silver Surfer was revealed for Marvel Comic Invasion, which I'm really looking forward to. It's an old, like, 16-bit era game. And it's also coming for Switch and Steam and all platforms. It looks really. You're looking forward to that, right, Jarrod?
Dude, I've never met a person quite like you. You look forward to so many games.
Hey, I'm a multi-title guy, man.
Like, it's the type of game, like, in probably like 4 or 5 years when I have a chance to, like, and it's like $2 that I'll go and check.
Oh, really? Because you do like the 2D.
Yeah, I do, but there's no way that I can. When am I going to play this with Donkey Kong Bonanza going around?
I don't think it's
out. Final, not Final Fantasy, Fallout. Like, there's no way.
Let's see if there's a. Well, it's a co-op game. You could play with buddies once in a while. When is it even coming out, man? There's no release date. It just says 2025, but they keep hyping it up. Yeah, but no release date yet, guys. So, but it looks really, really cool. And then let's see what else. I don't think that's pretty much it for news. And then we're gonna have some indie corner stuff. A few indie games came out. Oh, sorry. Before we go, the Switch 2 is the fastest selling gaming hardware in U.S. history.
No surprise.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
no-brainer. So I guess the Switch 2 is here to stay. And then for indie corner, we have a couple indie games. Supervive has been out for a while in early access, but 1.0 is out, and that has actually been messed around with it. It's actually a very cool game. I've never been into like MOBAs, but this one is a kind of a MOBA, multi-squad, team fighting. You have 3 people on your team, including yourself, and you go around. It's basically MOBA, but they kind of do some innovations on the formula. You have your power-ups, leveling up. Really cool game. It's 1.0 just came out, and then another indie game from Blizzard peeps. I know Blizzard's is nowhere near what they used to be, but Wildgate is now. Wildgate is a player versus player, multiplayer, obviously, shooter that blends tactical ship-to-ship combat with fast-paced first-person action. It is also player versus environment, player versus player tag. So that means you have to go in there, and there's points of interest like dungeons and stuff where you go in there, have to raid, get beat AI opponents to get upgrades for your ship, because your ship has to have cannon upgrades, defensive upgrades, because the bulk of it is whoever finds it in this big dungeon, mega dungeon, whatever they call it, gets its artifact. And once the whole win is you retrieve the artifact and leave through what they call a wild gate, which is like a jumping port. Of course, it's easier said than done. There's like 3 or 4 teams, 5 teams of 4 people per team going around trying to destroy each other to get an extract. So it has a little bit of extraction elements, but it's not really an extraction shooter. Really cool. And it just came out this week. And yeah, there's a few indie games. It's from Blizzard. It's Moonshot Games is the developer. Dreamhaven is the game, and Dreamhaven has Mike in there. So one of the founders of Blizzard back in the day. So they are doing, like, they made Thunderfolk, which is a really good game, especially if you like tabletop type RPGs. Really good stuff. I think that's pretty much it, right, Jarrod? I don't think there's anything else this week.
No.
Oh, the rumor about the Nintendo Direct happening next week is is going to supposedly focus extremely or exclusively on third parties. So we're probably not going to get any info on Nintendo's next stuff because there are the rumors that Metroid Prime 4 is missing development milestones and unfinished. But then a Korean site just rated it, so we'll see. We'll see. Do you think that's going to be delayed? He never gave a date, which is kind of
I don't know. I think it's cursed. I think there's something with it. I don't know. I don't know. I heard a lot of rumors about a direct. I hope there's a direct because, like I said, you want to keep your early adopters. Going, yeah, you want to keep them hot. Like I understand you got two, killer games right now. So for new players, they've got something to play. But for your early adopters, you're gonna want to have something out in late August. And yes, you've got Kirby, but if you're a hardcore player, you've already played that.
Kirby the platform, but I told you Kirby the Error Rider
dude,
is coming out too.
December, whatever.
Yeah, but is that a popular series though?
No, not at all. So we'll see.
Oh, well, what's the point to it?
It's the creator of Smash Brothers wanted to make it. Simple as that. That's it. He has a blank check.
It's in the shadow of
I know
World,
it is weird.
So that's kind of
it is weird.
I would release that in like a year or two, man. And let Mario Kart. Well, Mario Kart World's going to sell no matter what.
Well, Mario Kart is that in 5 years from now that'll still be on the top 20 selling games. That's actually part of the problem. That's what Shuhei Yoshida was talking about. He was like, that's a huge problem for the industry when 12 games of the top 20 selling games of the year have been out for 10 years. He's like, that's a problem.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that guy's so smart, by the way. He's very smart.
Yeah, that was a great podcast.
Yeah, it was. I highly recommend you guys. We have it linked in one of our, maybe Jarrod will put it again in this one, so just as a reminder. Yeah, a really good, real smart guy, really cool. And it's awesome to see from a C-level perspective because remember, everyone sees it from consumer perspective, but it's way different on the business side. It's funny because a lot of these people who are against this and against that, they would make horrible business people because they think too much as a consumer and not enough as how to run a business. People think, greedy companies. Yeah, there are. We have these gotcha issues and stuff. I'm not defending that kind of monetization, but at the same time, a business isn't something you just twirl your thumbs and say, "Oh,
tell me about it."
Here, throw money here, guys. Let's hope for the best. Sometimes they take risks, but no, it's a very, very aggressive market. It's tough to get breakout stuff. People see it, like stuff like Among Us that came out of nowhere, but that was actually a big failure. If it wasn't for the pandemic, so sometimes you get lucky, but. Once for the pandemic, Among Us would have been long gone by now. Anyways, but thinking of risks, now, I am a fan of the Sonic racing games. They're pretty on par with Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Mario, the Sonic Racing, we have a date. It's coming out pretty soon, guys. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds coming out September 25th, 2025 on Switch 2. I think it's Switch 1, PC, and, Sony crossplay, which, gotta love that.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that day one. But the only thing I'm concerned about now, money's not an issue for me, but it's $69.99. I kind of think that's a little bit high for Mario Kart's Mario Kart. It's $80, but it's Nintendo, dude. Yep. Sega doesn't have quite that pull power as Sonic's been a success with them, obviously, so they're probably banking on that. But what do you think about that $69.99 price?
Yeah, no, but USD. Honestly,
Canada's gonna be more for you.
Yeah. But it seems like people don't care. So we'll see if
they don't care.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna see.
I think that this will sell a lot more on consoles than it will PC.
Oh,
hands
down.
Hands down. Hands down.
Yeah.
Because consoles, on the console side, there's not that many good Mario Kart clones. There's some, but not many. So they're going to fill that niche market on consoles. PC, on the other hand, they'll be like, put that middle finger up, saying, "I'm going to pay that shit." So I'll probably buy it on Switch because the Pro controller is so much better than Oh, the Xbox one's pretty nice and dandy, but there's nothing beats that Pro. That brand new one. So I'll definitely get it. The reason I get it because there's some people I'm pretty sure I'll be able to play with. I love kart racers, but I'll probably, it depends. We'll probably wait on that one when it goes on a little bit of a sale. It probably will. Sega's always great on sale,
Sega,
so I probably won't pay.
Yeah.
Not that $70 is I just bought Donkey Kong. I don't mind that, which I didn't think I would get my value out of it, but it's such a fun game. So yeah. I'll play it. The only problem with that is going to be hard to get community members on Discord to get it because most of the Discord people are they're not console. Well, they are console players, but most of them are social deduction people, and we have our weekly D&D sessions, which have been going on for years. Every week, like Cake Wars, Faithful, whatever. So we have that. So we don't have too many people that buy. And the other people like Pegasus, it's ASIMs and multiplayer games. Not so much kart. I mean, they would probably love it, but they're not going to pay 60.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
So anyway, I think we'll see next week what happens. I'm kind of curious to see because there's lots of rumors too saying that like Microsoft's going to announce everything for the Switch 2, and that they've just been like holding out type of thing. So
exactly. And one more thing before right now, events going on, festivals going on Steam. Games Forged in Germany, presented by Games Plus Germany, up to 95%. Some really, really good gems, guys, are on sale right now. Make sure you. It ends on July 29th, so you have a few more days. Don't miss out on them. Like right now, Steam World Heist 2 is. Well, I don't know if it's a Germany thing, but it's on the page with it, so I'm assuming it is 67% off for $9.98 USD. It's a $30 game. Well, if you ever play, I got it on the Steam, the first one and stuff like that. Really, really highly recommended if you guys like those kind of games. It's a RPG kind of hybrid not turn-based, but you plan out your moves. It's a tactical game, and yeah, really, really good. But yeah, the Games Forged in Germany, some really good gems right now from that country that are on sale. So don't miss that out.
Sweet. And this is a perfect time to go because I got to go feed my cat. So there we go.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Next week we'll talk about what we think of Fantastic Four.
Well, we might also talk about a direct.
Oh, I hope we get to talk to direct. And also we'll collect some other news as well. And we'll expand Indie Corner. I just wanted to name the two big ones that just came out. And Supervive, guys, if you like the MOBA type games and some innovations, definitely check that out. It's really good, real fun, and it's free to play. Wildgate is not free to play, FYI. So, but yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys. I will catch you all later. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next week.
Later.